Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 of the post, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel, and if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's C-H-I, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. I shouldn't say all one handle because it was a little crazy. Let me take that back. On Facebook now, it's Shawn Sierra. Add a couple numbers to it. And now on Twitter, it's at Shawn Sierra 33. That stinks. So I like to make it nice and easy for you guys. You know, but then unfortunately I got freaking hacked. I was pissed like a mother Hubbard. Yeah. Yeah, I was mad as a mug, boy. Mad as a mug. Don't need this. But so yeah. So anyway, listen. I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, so it makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Man, I got to check the chat because the chat is jumping like a mother Hubbard, boy. Woo-wee. My girl, Levette Lee, checking in. She said, happy hump day, y'all. Yeah. Levette Lee's in the house. My man, Armando Emeterio. Lara Jr. My man, Jr.'s in the house. Mr. Southside himself. What up? Say what up on a hump day. FGB. What? FGB. Yes. FGB. My man, Mr. Shode is in the house. He says, top of the morning to you. We muted again? Yeah, come on, Shorty. Drew Dalman shafted us. Come on, man. Dude. I'm positive we're going to find out something was wrong with him. If you don't walk away at 27, you just don't do it. You just don't do it. But he's got a life, man. He's got a life he's got to live after football. He's a Stanford grad, a very intelligent young man. Probably has his ducks in a row, his finances in a row, ready to move on to the next phase of his life. And if he was hurt, maybe it was concussion, maybe who knows what it was. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information. I'm just speculating. But if there was an issue, he may have just said, you know what? I've made a hell of enough money. I don't need to be going down that road of CTE and shit. Maybe. I just hope it was an injury and not that he just wanted to leave. And even if he did, you talk about leaving a game on your own terms. A lot of people don't get to do that. A lot of people play a year, 2 years too long. We've seen that. Running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, defensive players. We see it all the time. He at least he gets to go out on his own accord. Cornelius Squalls, what up, what up, what up? ShawnSierraSports donors. Well, that sucked. Yeah, it does. Brandon Shuts in the house. What up, Papa? I said, I like the shirt and I like the hat too. Well, you know to get them, baby. You know where to go. SportsZoneChicago.com. Go there, order your shirt, get the hat, get the shirt. Get it, Papa. Get it. Now you guys are just talking shit, huh? Black Diamond's in the house. What's up, Papa? How are you? It's the top of the morning, gang. FGB. Dalman more than likely takes us out of the Crosby Henderson sweepstakes. No, he doesn't. There's a $10 million, as I was listening to this morning, there's a $10 million gap. $10 million slot that goes in there. If you can find a center, a stopgap center, they can slide right into that slot. And we still have the money in the funds that we're going to use for other people. No, Brandon, my Twitter got hacked. That's a possibility, Shorty. That's a possibility. I wish him luck in 15 of the 17 games that he plays. Just 2 games he plays with against us? Nope. King Booker World checking in. Says, salute everyone. Shawn, Levette, Jr., Shorty, Brandon, Black Diamond, Corny, Michonne. Woo. Well, listen. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know there's more than the usual suspects. We'll chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. That I can promise you. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a good number of free agent. Good number of free agent centers that are out there. And, it's got to take your time. Find out who fits for you, who works for you. All right. The Bears didn't waste any time. All right. The Bears didn't waste any time. Oh, shoot. Let's go do that one. Yeah, so they're ready. I believe they hosted yesterday. So they knew. Like, I want to know how or when he informed the Bears? When did he inform the Bears that he felt like he was going to retire? That's my main question. I just, inquiring minds want to know. When did you tell your employer that you're quitting? And I don't want to say quitting, but you're leaving. Because that makes it sound like he's a piece of shit. And he's not. Okay? Guys, football is a tough game. And it has a lifelong effect on your body. I can tell you because I have some. Junior can tell you because he has some. If you're in a position, let's look and see what he's made. Drew Dalman's contract. NFL contract and salaries. All right, we're gonna let's check this out. 27 years old, 5 years in the league. Summary. Cash. So he made $4.25 million with the Rams. I'm sorry, the Falcons. Okay. Wow. He made $4.25 million with the Falcons in his 4 years, his 4-year rookie deal. And he made base salary was $11 million last year. He almost tripled. So we're looking at $15 million. $15 million that he's made in his NFL career. Probably a little more with the signing bonus, and it's prorated, so he's gonna have to give some of that back. $15 million. Would you be okay for the rest of your life with $15 million? Like everybody says, "Oh, I want to make 50. I want to make 100 million." Blah 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 blah. Would you be okay with $15 million for the rest of your life? Would you? Because there are a lot of ways. Like if you give me $1 million, hell, give me 500,000. Man, we're gonna flip that like a mother Hubbard, boy. We're getting some properties. All right, we're gonna start the real estate journey. Get some properties. Go to the auto auction. Get some cars. Get about 10 cars. Start a Turo business. The reason I know this is a buddy of mine. When I got in the accident with my Cadillac 5 years ago. And I rented a car. We rented for the weekend just to take moms or if I needed something. And the prices were decent. $100 a day. 80 if it's a smaller car. A lot of times I'd say, hey, I just need a point B car. He's like, all right, bet. And he take it. If you get 10 cars, the average is like $100 a day. It's all crazy because the guy that we're good friends, the guy that I kept renting the Turtles from, he's balling now. He's got almost 250 cars in his fleet. All of them aren't always out. Some are need repairs. You got to have a mechanic, a full-time mechanic, whatever. Let's say you get 10 cars. And they're gone. Trust me, people buy them every weekend. Every weekend, he sold out. Every weekend, he'll post on sold out. Life is good. Just say it's $300. $300 for 10 cars. That's $3,000. That's just for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're not talking about Monday through Thursday. We're not talking about people who rent. He said there are people who pay for it for a month, 2 months, 4 months. They'll come up with the cash. Boom, 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 boom. I'll take this car for 4 months. Dude, just go buy a car. Let's go buy a car. Let's say 10 cars at $300 a weekend. Dude, that's $3,000 a week. $6,000, $24,000 a month. Now do the math on 200 cars. So you see what I mean? So like there's things you can do. Like if you don't want to play football anymore, cool. If he has a plan, he's a Stanford guy. So chances are he's got a plan. And it could be financial. It could be maybe real estate. It could be Turo. It could be a whole bunch of things. There's a lot of different ways. King Booker World says, give me $500K in a building and I'm set. How many units? How many units, bro, are you thinking in your building? Two, 4, 6, 10? Yes, there is life after football. And with $15 million, he is set for his next stage. I mean, he's 27. Imagine if you were 27 and had $15 million. Obviously, maybe, so he's probably got about $6-7 million. Uncle Sam takes half of that shit right off the bat. So $6-7 million he's got left over. Even at that, do you realize if you lived off of $100,000 a year, and that's a lot, because this is $100,000 a year net, not gross, net. It takes 10 years for $1 million. You got $6 million. That's 60 years. If you want to do nothing with your money, four units. Okay. I want a 10 unit. I want a little big old apartment buildings. But 4 units is cool. Rick said, I have a shitload of weed shops, FGB. I ain't mad at you. You'd have the money to do it, and you would be making money hand over fist. So, yes, it sucks for us as fans that he retired. It sucked for us as fans because of what the running game did, how much Caleb developed. Okay? But he has a life too. And this is one of the things that I hate. Like we just look at people as commodities. We look at athletes as commodities. And this is a guy who's a very bright guy from Stanford who said at the age of 27, like, I'm done. I'm telling you, me personally, my own opinion, I think there's something wrong with him. He might have got an injury and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. $6 million, $7 million in the bank. I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? I got money in the bank. And he wanted to move on to a more or a less physically taxing part of his life. I say congratulations to him. Good luck in moving forward. But you got to walk away at your own accord. You got to walk away on your terms. How many times do people get to do that? Not often. So I applaud him. I hope nothing is really, really wrong with him. You know, I think hopefully it's just something preventative. Like, all right, I got a concussion. So you know what? I don't feel like doing this shit anymore. I saw what happened to Junior Seau, Dave Duerson, a couple other people. I'm out. What is he a wife and a husband and a father, if I'm not mistaken? He's married. I'm just checking his Wikipedia. Drew Brazil Dalman. His middle name is Brazil. Doesn't say he has a wife. It just says son of former San Francisco player Chris Dalman. Has a sister who was previously the operations and recruiting assistant for Stanford. It doesn't say he has a wife. Okay. Maybe he doesn't. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, I get it. Again, congratulations to him for being able to walk away from the game. And it does put the Bears in a bind. But it's crazy. You guys are crazy. He's talking about New Jack City. Rick talking about having a load of weed shops. Rick says, Booker trying to be like Nino Brown, CMB. I need to watch New Jack Hustler again. New Jack City. FGB, yes. New Jack Hustler was one of the songs. I think Guy sang New Jack City on that score, on that soundtrack. Booker's like, yeah, we taking over the Carters. I was looking through Facebook the other day, and it showed some of the best 90s, the score. Some of the best 90s, and New Jack City was number 3 because the Boomerang soundtrack was number 1. I was like, yeah, Boomerang soundtrack was it. Well, let's not get it twisted. New Jack City soundtrack, the score on the New Jack City sound, woo-wee, man, yes. Well, listen again. Congratulations to Chris Dalman. You get to walk away from the game. You got $5, $6, $7 million in your pocket. Move on to the next phase of your life. And if you are married, good for you. Hopefully you have some kids. And you can just be a dad. You know, you can be a dad. Invest your money. You're a Stanford guy. You're smart. You're going to have access and information that many people don't. You know what I mean? And the exposure to delve into those things. So good luck. Congrats. Good luck. Bears just gotta make a couple moves. But I gotta make a move. We're gonna take a quick break. Let me get the warden off the CrossFit. All right, on the other side of the break, we'll get to the top of the morning topics. All right. So don't go anywhere, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. At 10 o'clock, my man Marques Sullivan, former Fenwick Friar, former U of I Fighting Illini, former Buffalo Bills / New York Giants / New England Patriot offensive lineman. You're going to join me at 10. We're going to talk more about Drew Dalman's retirement, how it affects this team. It affects this team a lot. We're going to take it. We're going to talk to and get info from a former NFL offensive lineman. And some of those questions you had, hey, is it going to affect the Bears' ability to go after a Max Crosby or a high-priced defensive end? All right, so keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Good start, Jeff Blashill rewarded Slaggert and Moore and Tolino with getting the start today.
Here's McKayoff, little toe drag. Oh, big save by Hellebuck. McKayoff looked like he had a backhand in the wide open net. Hellebuck got the left leg over to make that stop. Now Bedard, backhand pass over to Teuvo Teravainen. Bedard sets up left side, bobbled for a moment, got it back, finds Nazar in the corner, works it in front. Here's Teravainen with a score! Teravainen, third goal of 2 games on the power play. And the Hawks tie it up at 1 with 1:12 to go in the period. Chipped in deep to Burakovsky. Played it back, bounce to Bedard with a shot. Stopped by Hellebuck. Oh, a nice bounce right to Bedard, and Hellebuck coming across makes the save, and he's able to cover up the rebound, and a great chance for Connor Bedard. Turns back. Puts the puck in behind for Ryan Green. Here's Bedard again in front. Stopped by Hellebuck on a shoulder on that. Oh, Bedard buzzing in the center.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CHSN. Those were the Blackhawks yesterday, taking on the Winnipeg Jets and my captain, Jonathan Toews. Yeah. King Book of World writes, New Jack City was a peak of New Jack Swing. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. They sang New Jack City. Don't forget Chris Williams, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming. Dude, I'd say like the first 6 or 7 songs on that soundtrack were fire. Just let it go. Just play it. Man. Let's get it cracking, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's go. First, top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? 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 We're going to start here. The good guys from the South Side, baby. Yeah, baby, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get rid of this banner because that's in the way. Get out of the way. Move. Get out the way. White Sox had a rough day. They fall to the San Diego Padres 4-3 yesterday. Miguel Vargas, 2 for 3 with a homer. His first of the spring. Driving in his second RBI in the early campaign. Hill, 2 for 4 with a double. His first, a triple. His second of the spring. He drove in his first RBI in the springtime. And Austin Hayes drove in his first RBI of the spring. No rest for the weary, baby. Next top of the morning topic, the White Sox. They host the Guardians at Camelback Ranch. They do get a break today. I thought it was today. They get a break today. I thought they played today, but they get a break. They play Thursday. First pitch is at 7:05 p.m. Central. They got an evening game tomorrow. Woo, Charlie. No TV on that one, but you can get it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 a.m. Let's keep it moving, baby. The next top of the morning topic of the Cubs. The Cubs lost to the Italian national team in an exhibition 9-4 yesterday. Trying to get information and highlights on this was insane, unbelievably difficult. But I can tell you they lost 9-4 to Italia. Viva Italia, huh? Che cose fai, eh? Che cose fai, eh? But after that, the next top of the morning topic, the Cubs travel to Phoenix today to face the Brewers. First pitch is at 2:10 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM, The Score, or 670 AM, The Score. Either one, check it out. Or listen to it on the Odyssey app. They have it. You can listen to it there. Keeping it moving, baby. The next top of the morning topics, the Bulls. Here come the Bulls. Go back to losing. The Bulls lost to the reigning NBA champion, the OKC Thunder, 116-108. Colin Sexton led the way with 20 points for the Bulls. Gershon Yabusele. He's our new Mr. Double-Double. He's our new Mr. Double-Double. Used to be Vooch. Now Vooch is gone. Yabusele, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Trey Jones chipped in 15 in the losing effort. Josh Giddey doing Josh Giddey things. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Last week, he was flirting with a triple-double, baby. Josh Giddey is good. Staying with the Bulls, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls travel to Phoenix tomorrow to face the Suns. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM. Score. keeping it moving, baby. The next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. We synced it to them coming out of the break. We synced them. Man, the Blackhawks, they fall to the Winnipeg Jets 3-2 in overtime. Tabo Teravainen lit the lamp for the 13th time. This train lit it for the 8th. Connor Bedard, 2 assists, his 31st and 32nd helpers of the season. Frankie Nazar, his 18th, and Renzel, his 9th helper on the campaign. Hawks have a little bit of a break. Moving on with the next top of the morning topic, the Hawks host the Canucks on Friday. So they have Wednesday and Thursday off. They'll be back in action on the west side on Friday. Puck drop is at 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. This one was a tough one, man. This one was a tough one. The one we're going to talk a lot about. The Bears center, free agent center, Drew Dalman, informed the team that he is retiring from football at the age of 27. There's a lot of speculation on this. Man, it is crazy. Wow. Yeah, I just don't. So here, this is according to Patrick Finley. So let me get this off the screen so you can see my ugly face. This is according to Patrick Finley in the Chicago Sun-Times. Dalman was slated to count $14 million against the Bears' salary cap this year. However, once he files his retirement paperwork, the Bears will be on the hook for a $4 million dead cap charge in 2026, which is a prorated amount of his signing bonus. The Bears could, if they choose to do so, try to recoup money from previous bonuses in future years. They will retain his rights while he is on the retirement list. Wow. So if he wants to come back, they're like, yeah, you got to play with us, or we got to find a trade partner. If they get a center, like a young center, and he's established, yeah. The $10 million the Bears will save against the cap undoubtedly will go toward finding Dalman's replacement. The draft and free agent classes for centers are strong. Ravens Tyler Lindenbaum become a free agent next week. Top center available, but he's trying to break the market. I believe he already turned down a $20 million per year offer. All right, the Washington Commanders officially cut Tyler Biadasz on Tuesday. The same day NFL Network reported he was set to visit Hallis Hall. He started 84 games in 6 seasons. So that's another dude. Others available include Graham Glasgow, who played for Bears coach Ben Johnson with the Lions, and the Bills' Connor McGovern. So there are already some people out there. There's names out there. They already hosted the Tyler Biadasz already. So one of the questions I had was how long did they know this? The Crooked Commish checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? I'll be at that Bulls game in Phoenix. Yeah, I'm going to miss it. I'm coming in, like I said, a week from Sunday. I can't tell you how excited I am. I got about 4 people I want to hang with. You are one of them, Crooked Commish. My guy E-Double. One of the guy head coach at Bogan. When I coached at Bogan, the head coach is now living in Arizona. Talked with him. I texted him. He's fired up to hang out. And then my guy, Paul Richardson, Chicago guy who lives out there. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. There's 4 places I'm going to be. Crooked Commish. 1 of 4 places. Find me at a ball game. Find me at the pool. Find me at a cigar lounge. That's in the evening, though. It's at night after the sun sets. Or find me in a little fitness center working out. But if I'm working out, I'm going laying out by the pool right after. Just it's that simple. I'm not doing a lot. I'm recharging my batteries. Quick commish. I will let you know about the Sunday game. There she goes. The warden is off. Yeah, the warden is getting ready to go to CrossFit. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Crooked Commish, looking forward to seeing you in the AZ. Yeah. So not a lot of spring training games. So the Cubs you can watch on the Marquee Network today. The White Sox play tomorrow, no TV. Cubs tomorrow, Cubs and Sox, no TV. Friday, Cubs and Sox, no TV. Saturday, no TV for the Cubs, CHSN for the White Sox. Sunday, Marquee for the Cubs, no TV for the White Sox. Like, I don't understand. You have regional networks. How are you not showing games? You're in the middle of the day. What the hell else you got going on? Cool. So, yes, please let me know about the game on Sunday if you have time and energy for it. If not, I'll try to hook up with you at another ball game. Cool. I'll definitely let you know. All right. I will definitely let you know. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna go get a new suitcase. This little spot over here at like TJ Maxx. They got the little things. I'm gonna order the vacuum bags. I'm gonna try those vacuum bags for the first time ever. But I'm not gonna have a lot of clothes. We have some shorts, maybe a hoodie. Who knows? But I'm flying to Phoenix. Flying to Phoenix. Yes. The Crooked Commish said Dalman retirement was a big kick in the balls for the Bears. It was, but again, you can't fault the guy for wanting to have a good quality of life after football. And believe me, I know it sucks, but man, just how fast he retired, they already had a guy in there on Tuesday. So it tells me if they had him on visiting on Tuesday, they knew about this prior. They knew about it. And if they knew about it, I'm giving Chris Dalman mad props for telling him early before he released it publicly. All right. He told him early, say, hey, listen, here's what I'm probably going to do. You know, go about your business, start bringing some people in. Because he was rumored that the Bayash, the guy from Washington, was scheduled to be in yesterday. Supposed to have been in yesterday. So kudos to him for giving them a heads up. And kudos to Ryan Poles for, man, doing what you got to do. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Don't worry. Flavor vision ain't blurry. Well, listen, we got to take a quick break. And on the other side of the break, we're going to welcome our man, He's my man's in them. See, he's another one. There's a couple guys like Mark. That's my man's in them. Former NFL player. Former University of Illinois Fighting Illini. Former Fenwick Friar. Chicago Catholic League brother. We're going to welcome Marques Sullivan on the other side of the break. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to talk about how this affects the Bears. All right, so keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Jump the ball, they go quick. Stafford's looking end zone. Throws it up top. It's knocked away by Stevenson, who's having a terrific game as well. Bring him in. But still 2 for 8. And now he's pressured. Escapes, looks to take off. Got away from the tackle. Williams got a downfield block. There goes Caleb to the 37-yard line. With the 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning here. See what they do. Inside run Williams. That's a big play. Back behind the line of scrimmage. End of game. They'll run down here. Swift opening. DeAndre Swift inside the 20 to the 19. It's a gain of 13 yards. Bears in the red zone. Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble. Put it up for grabs in the end zone. He got it for the touchdown. They've done it again. Unbelievable!
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC. And I had to do that to you. Why? It just brought. I don't know if it gave you goosebumps, but it sure as hell gave me goosebumps, and I enjoyed it big time. Again, those clips courtesy of NBC. Man, last time we saw our Bears, I just knew we were going to the NFC Championship game. I just knew it. Fortunately, it wasn't meant to be. A couple of bad mistakes, miscommunication by Caleb and DJ. We had it, baby. We had it. Damn it. Damn you. But anyway, we got a new on the Planksters checking in. What's up, Bob? I said good morning, Shawn. Bears fan, Romano, Brandon, Brother Cornelius, Shorty, Michonne, King Booker World, Levette, Black Diamond, Rick, FGB, Crooked Commish, Bear down. Bear down, baby. My man Jason, UK Bear from across the pond, checking in. Top of the morning to you, chap. Actually, it's afternoon over there now. Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, buddy. Shawn, I will never get tired of that clip. Shit, you and me both. You and Bears Nation will never get tired of that clip. And you can hear his voice, Mike Triegel's voice. Oh, my God. He's getting higher because he sees it developing, and he realizes it's going to be a touchdown, dude. That's great. That's great. Well, listen, I want to bring in a guest, a good friend of mine. I think I could call him my mans in them, because remember, you know how I am. There's a couple. I got a lot of guys like, that's my man. It's my guy. It's my man. All right. And then there's people who are like, it's my mans in them. It's a little more. We share brotherhood. Chicago Catholic League. All right. And we coached together. He asked me to be on a staff a couple of years ago. And he was the president of Midwest Prep. It was a prep school to help kids who needed kind of like a gap year, get bigger, stronger, faster, get some more tape for college. Just a good dude, man. Played for the Buffalo Bills, New York Giants, and New England Patriots. You can find him on Twitter at Sifu Sullivan. It's SIFU Sullivan. Guys, is welcome back. He's been on here before. Back to ShawnSierraSports. My man's in them. Marques Sullivan. Marques, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Good morning to you, sir. But I'm going to need you to start addressing me as Marques Sullivan, alumni of the state champion Fenwick Friars from now on. If you could do that for me, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'll talk to my people, see if we can get that thing care of.
What's going on, brother? Good morning to you.
Man, not much, man. I feel good. First day back in the gym. I had a flare up of gout last week, and I couldn't get to the gym. It was in my knee, and then traveled down to my ankle. Today's my first day back since last Tuesday. Man, it felt good. Man, you know how it feels that first workout you get back after you missed a minute? Man, I feel good. I'm gonna knock out like a mother hubbard after this is over, but I feel good right now.
Hey man, we played football in the 90s. Suck that shit up, man. You'll be all right.
Hey, I'm 54 years old, man. I need a nap.
I'm not far behind you.
Oh man, but listen, I appreciate your time, man. I know you're a busy dude. You're here, Florida, Mexico, the Caribbean, Belize, Colombia, you and Pablo over there. I know you got a lot of things going, but I appreciate your time, man, as always. But let's talk about this this bombshell that dropped on the Bears yesterday. Drew Dalman retires. You see the background of the screen. So Drew Dalman walks away at 27.
Yeah.
In your opinion, why would someone walk away at 27 years old? He is a Stanford grad. I think he was like a chemical engineer, an engineer at Stanford, so he's most likely pretty smart. He was smart as hell to get into Stanford, but graduate with Stanford with a crazy degree like that. Why do you think someone like that would walk away at the age of 27 after just signing a contract that gave him $11 million last year alone?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only person that can answer that is Drew Dalman. But in my personal opinion, I didn't want to play more than 7 to 8 years in the pros. I got 5 in, but if I got to 7 or 8, I would have called it quits after that. Because I mean, you think about it, and again, this is just from my experience. I started in roughly 90 games straight from high school to college to the pros. So I played in probably over 100 and started in over 140, 50 games, my entire football career. So, I mean, that's a lot of football. I don't know much about Drew Dalman, but I mean, it's, just going back to, my thought process, I didn't want to be an old man playing this game. I wanted to retire before I was 30. I think 27 is a tad bit too young to retire. I would have liked to see him get at least 2-3 more years, especially because the Bears made that commitment to him. But, I guess he has his own reasons. His father played in the league, so he's probably seeing the deterioration with his dad, physically and mentally. So, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. But, I mean, God bless that man, that young man. He did it for personal reasons, I would imagine. And, but it certainly puts the Bears in a bind, So, I guess in Ryan Poles, we trust to be able to alleviate the problem. But, yeah, it's a big blow to the Bears, especially him coming off of a Pro Bowl season, I believe.
He did. And, I also gave Drew Dalman a shot because apparently yesterday they had that young man in from Washington, the guy from the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm pulling it up right now. Tyler Biadasz. And so if he was in yesterday, Drew Dalman had to have informed them prior to making it public. You know what I mean? And I think that's
I'm sure he did.
That's cool. You know what I mean? I think that's just professional courtesy.
Yeah.
Number one, especially like you said, the way they took care of him. And I just think that, it's kudos to him for just doing the right thing, saying as soon as he realized it, he went and told them, and then you can't be mad at a dude who wants to walk away from future after football problems.
Yeah.
Man, you've had some issues. I had some issues. I played ball a heck of a lot longer than you. My dumb ass decided to play till I was 40.
Yeah.
So, it's a big blow to the Bears. What do the Bears have to do now? What do they have to do now? Because that run game was amazing. We had a guy with a stack last year. DeAndre Swift had his best career statistically last year. Kyle Monangai had over 700 yards rushing. And just imagine if Kyle Monangai had played more. Remember, he only got his first start like week 5 or 6 because DeAndre Swift was hurt in the Cincinnati game. But he wasn't getting any tick first couple of weeks. How's that going to affect that run game now that they got the center position to address?
Yeah, I mean, I do something kind of, I don't know if it's radical, but I mean, I talked to Joe Fooney about moving the center, and then between Ozzie and Theo and Braxton, figure out who the left guard and left tackle is going to be between those three. Just as an immediate fix right now. Just to preserve the continuity of the O-line. You got to think Ryan Bates is still there, but I mean, he's been in the league longer than Drew. So, but yeah, I would immediately, talk to Joe Fooney about moving the center, so you essentially, don't have any drawback, you don't have any setback at the center position now. You got your guy that was ranked the best lineman in the league, basically. He won the Protector of the Year award. So yeah, but like I said, between Ozzie, Braxton, and Theo, I would try to sort that out on the left side of the ball. But, they obviously have to address it in the draft. They're going to have to get the best available center, I would believe, until they can, that's what I would do.
They got about $10 million now, right, $4 million is going to be a dead cap hit due to the bonus.
Yeah.
Right? And it frees up $10 million. Can you just use that? What would you consider getting a veteran stopgap for that amount? Drafting one in the third or fourth? Because it's not everyone's like, we got why third or fourth? Drew Dalman was a 4th round pick. All right. Jonah Jackson, the guy right next to him who got a lot of money last year, was a 4th round pick. Joe Tooney was a 3rd round pick. So you don't got to draft offensive linemen in the 1st or 2nd round for them to be great or for them to be Pro Bowlers. You can get one, so you need to develop. And I think it's a great way for the Bears to develop their center long term. If you give him in the 4th round, first of all, he's not going to be very expensive.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And now he's had a year under his belt of watching a veteran work, Dan and learning under Dan Rochar, not having the pressure of being the starting center from jump. I think that goes a long way where you can sit and watch, get a couple series every game here and there. And what do you think the likelihood of the Bears doing that could be?
Yeah, 100%. That's certainly an option. That's certainly an option for them. I just hope Ryan Pauls can work some magic there, because I mean he did a good job of drafting Ozzie. Ozzie's going to be a good player, but I mean other than that, I don't really see. You got Darnell Wright. Did he draft Darnell Wright?
Yes.
Okay, so he's had some little success drafting old linemen, but I mean he with the kid from Yale, I mean that kid. I don't know why they drafted that kid in the first place. I know he's a Chicagoland kid, but I mean, he hasn't panned out at all for them and a few other guys. So, I think Ryan needs to, really reach in his bag and, try to find a second day or third day center that could become a future starter for them. And then they're going to have to put him on track to be a starter. For in the next 2 or 3 years. Yeah, but like I said, immediately I would move Joe to center. That's what I would do, and then try to really pinpoint that center that's going to be a future position for them. Future all-star for them potentially.
So would you move Joe back to left guard next year if that rookie that you draft this year is ready?
100%. I mean, he can do it. I mean, Joe's played, I mean, I can't speak for the guys. I can only speak for myself. I started at 4 out of the 5 positions on O-line throughout my career. So, it can be done. And I think Joe's good enough to be able to go back and forth. I don't, he's been in the league for a while now. I don't think he needs to get quickly, he doesn't need to get, long-term acclimated to a position change. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's what I would do.
What about Luke Newman, the guy from Michigan State who started his career at my alma mater, Holy Cross?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him, but again, you have to pinpoint that a dude out of that draft. You really do. And then I'm not too familiar with who the O-line free agencies picks are, but if you can get Joe to move the center, and then you bring in a veteran, you bring in a veteran guard at left guard, for a year or two as a stopgap, that would be a good move for them. Because the crazy thing about it's not crazy, but the Bears really need to address the defensive side of the ball. I think Ryan Poles and the coaching staff there were really set on a solidified offensive line, and this really threw a curveball. Now they have to spend some draft picks getting some more alignment, where they could have got more, some defensive players that they really, really need, Right. So it's a tough situation for me. It sucks, but I mean, it's part of the game, man. Coaches leave, players leave, guys retire. It's just part of the game, man.
Dude, how big do those 2 third-round compensatory picks, 1 in 26 and 1 in 27, how big are they looming now for the Bears? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Poles was kind of opposed to that, but he's probably loving it now. Yeah, well, they're still trying to get him, because remember the whole Ian Cunningham thing that NFL still hasn't awarded them. They should have got it with Ian Cunningham, but just a technical thing that he wasn't the actual decision maker. But even Matt Ryan said that Ian is going to be the decision maker. But so they're still trying to fight that. If they can get that extra third round pick this year, man, that'll be huge for them in terms of addressing the offensive line and still addressing the defensive line. Because you're right, they took a couple big swings on the defensive side last year. Dayo Odengbo and Grady Jarrett, and neither of them panned out. Grady Jarrett, just old, but he was coming off an injury, and Dayo Odengbo didn't step up. What do you think they do with those two guys?
Well, I didn't hear you. With who? With
Dayo Odengbo, the guy the big free agent signing they had, the edge rusher, and with Grady Jarrett.
I'm not sure, man. I'm glad I'm not in Pole's situation. I'm not, but I mean, I would look to see how this affects him, because I believe they were looking at taking a big swing for for a Trey Hendrickson or Max Crosby. Heard anything about that?
Yeah, what I was going to ask you, there's a lot of different trade proposals.
Yeah.
And my next question was going to be, how is that going to affect their going after a Max Crosby? Because one of the things that I had heard was Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds. You trade for Max Crosby. Tremaine Edmonds in the first round.
Yeah.
So they're saying the Raiders are saying they want 2 first rounders and a player. But if you get a linebacker that they need, who was playing at a Pro Bowl level before he was hurt, so you're trading one Pro Bowl, you're trading your game changer for a Pro Bowl player and a first round pick. I think that could be compensation. Should be compensation enough. You're not giving them some buster. You know what I'm saying? If the Raiders are okay with that, which I don't know if they would be, then I like that deal. I'm not a big fan of throwing DJ Moore in the mix in the trade. What about you? I just think DJ Moore is still the best receiver on this team. He's proven it week in and week out. When the lights are the brightest, he performs at his best. And Caleb, I think, found out that's the dude to go to. And Rome still hasn't graduated to that level yet.
Yeah, exactly. But you're going to have to see what those guys can do. I mean, Rome was such a high pick, and Luther Burton emerged to be that guy at slot.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the Loveland kid. So, I mean, you got some really good young receivers for Caleb, and and that gives them an opportunity to kind of see what they can get for a DJ Moore. So, would I do it? No, but I mean, you pick Rome at 9 or 8 or 9. You kind of got to see what he's got out there. You have to, even though DJ performed.
And guys, we're joined by Marques Sullivan, former NFL lineman, former Illinois Fighting Illini, former Fenwick Friar, former college coaching colleague of mine. And we're talking Bears football here on ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Rome started off. Remember, let's not get it twisted. Rome had a touchdown the first 4 or 5 games of the year.
Yeah.
Last year to start the season, but that's because Caleb was force feeding him.
Mm-hmm.
When he went down, man, all of a sudden Caleb realized how important DJ Moore was. And we saw at the end of the year the game-winning touchdowns against Green Bay. The first one in overtime in the regular season. I don't know how many other receivers on the Bears make that catch with DB draped all over him. I know because Rome has had a lot of drop issues. I just don't think he's ready. I'm not saying he will never be ready. think he's ready right now to take over that number 1 slot. And because it's a whole bunch, it's a whole different thing with game plan around here, as opposed to, oh, he's number 2, we're going to game plan around him and put our second best or maybe third best corner on you. That's a whole nother ball game. And I don't know if Rome is ready for that yet.
Yeah, he may not be ready. I mean, shit, he better get ready. I mean, like I said, this will be year. I mean, but this is year 3 for him. He was a number 9, 8 or 9 pick. I mean, he's got to be ready.
Yeah,
he's got to be. So in my opinion, he's got to be ready to take that over.
What about the run?
DJ's still young. DJ's not even 30 yet, so he's still performing at a high level. But yeah, you just can't let him. You can't let this Rome go into year 3 and not be the starter, in my opinion. A starter.
Yeah, well, I think they'll be starters. They'll be in 11 personnel.
Yeah,
a little more. I know he's a 12 personnel guy, and I'm talking about Ben Johnson. And even if he's in 12, it'll be Rome and DJ, but Luther's going to get a lot of tick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think I hope Rome takes another step forward. I hope Luther Burden takes another step forward. Truth be told, Marcus, I think Luther Burden has a bigger step and may even leapfrog Rome Odunze. Because I don't know about you, but I see Luther Burden. Luther got a lot of dog in him. I don't see a lot of dog. I see a lot of talent in Rome. I don't see that dog in Rome like I see in Luther.
It's them light-skinned dudes, man.
Hey, I had anger issues that I had to deal with, and that helped me through. Apparently Rome don't have any anger issues. Talk to me about the run game. How's that going to affect the run game? Like I said, we had phenomenal running backs, but now you obviously are well aware of the fact of the chorus line that an offensive line is, and the chemistry that's necessary for all you guys to move as one. How's that going to affect this run game?
I don't think much. I honestly don't. I think, like I said, if they do need a center and get a stopgap guy at left guard, they'll be fine, in my opinion.
Okay.
And then Kyle, how do you pronounce his name? Kyle Menengai? Menengai. I mean, he's proved to be the best back in the league in the rookie running back.
Yeah, he did.
At a late round pick. So I think they'll be fun. The running game is going to be their saving grace, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's huge, and I think one of the things that I don't want to say concerned, but I think I might have to say concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Dalman was able to take away a lot and call a lot of plays. I know Caleb was calling protections late, but I know Drew Dalman was at least initially was able to call the protections because of the fact that he's a veteran.
Yeah,
and that takes a lot off the plate of a quarterback having to call protections when you can just get up there and call the play, call the checks, call the audibles if necessary. Talk to me about it. Is that going to detract Caleb from developing?
No, because I mean it's not Caleb's job to call the pass protections. Yeah, if they want to change the direction of the protection, but that's not his job. And then if you're a starting center, you're going to have to be able to direct traffic in there. So I don't think that'll be an issue for him at all.
Okay.
Now it's certainly great for a quarterback to have a great understanding of offensive line play. Ergo Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning knew all that shit. Tom Brady. So you great quarterbacks are going to know, how to adjust the pass protection to make it beneficial for the play. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the Caleb, because I don't think we had you on yet this year. If we did, maybe only once. Talk about what you saw from Caleb this year. I mean, last year, his first year was a cluster mess with Eberflus and the 17 different offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he got that dude. He got the hottest offensive coordinator in this cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The development. Tell me the development you saw from him from week 1 to the Rams game.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see him trending in the right direction, and I think that will continue this year. I think the one thing that Ben Johnson does really well is challenge Caleb. He challenges him. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He puts foot to ass with Caleb, and that's what he needs because Caleb Williams has been told how great he is his entire life. So, I don't think Caleb was the type of guy. I think, I've never met him, but it seems like he's a good guy. It doesn't seem like he's the type of get like an asshole or anything like that. But, he's been told how great he was his entire life. And I think Ben Johnson's really challenging him on that. You're not great. You can be great, but
you're not yet.
Right. You need to follow my instructions. So I think that will continue. I think just what I see on the watching the games and looking at the interviews, it seems like they got a really great relationship, and that's what you need from a quarterback and play caller.
Yeah, Caleb said something, but it brought back to mind. But don't great players really want to be coached hard? I mean, what? Do you know of any great players who want to be kept told they're great, you're perfect? Yeah, I can't think of any in my football career, playing or coaching, players that didn't want to be coached hard. The great ones wanted to be coached hard because if they had aspirations of being great or being at the top of all time of that position, they wanted the real. They keep it a buck with me. Keep it hardcore. This is the alpha sport of alpha sports. You don't got to sugarcoat shit with me. Tell me when I'm screwing up. Tell me what I need to do better. Isn't that what great players want?
Yeah, in football, absolutely. But then you got that other sport with that guy that wears number 23 for the Lakers. I don't know how hard he wants to get coached. Yeah,
he coached himself. He coaches himself, bro. He is the coach, exactly. So he's not hard on himself.
Exactly. Well, yeah, no, football, you absolutely, in order to be a great player, you thrive on hard coaching. You certainly don't want an asshole as a coach, but you want a guy that's going to push you. You want a guy that's going to get that extra, to get that extra oomph out of you. Absolutely. One of my favorite coaches, and everybody hated him, but it was Tom Coughlin. He was no nonsense, no BS, and you appreciate that as a player. Well, at least I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had players coaches that just not necessarily wanted to be buddy with you, but the coach that wants to be the cool coach. So yeah. I can't respond to that. And unfortunately, a lot of it seems like a lot of NFL and college programs are like that now.
Yeah, speaking of that, we'll go back to the run game with DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. They had a guy who definitely was not trying to get them to like him. He is an Eric Bieniemy. He was not trying to be your friend. Mm-hmm. You talk about the epitome of coaching hard. That is a hard coaching coach,
mm-hmm.
demanding the best out of them. And how important is that? Because one of the things I always say, dude, is whenever you go up a level, high school to college to pro, the most important coaching you ever get is that first year.
Yeah, sure.
expand on that for me.
Yeah, just from Bieniemy standpoint, I think the running back position is one of the few positions that can't change as far as how you coach it, and so you see it with offensive line play nowadays. You see more of these guys. These guys are absolutely huge. I mean, they're 6'8", 6'9", 340, 360, but they're actually better pass blockers than they are run blockers. So, which is amazing to me. They want these big, huge guys, but
to pass block,
2-point stances, and nobody fires off the ball. You don't see too many road graders anymore. And Trent Williams has a reputation now being physical guy, but I mean shit, everybody was like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you were a good lineman back in the day in the 90s and the 2000s, shit, in the 80s, you were a hard-nosed dude. You had to be. And it just seems like there's just a lot of pretty play by offensive linemen nowadays. You see defensive linemen, they're getting smaller, they're getting faster, they're getting quicker. You don't see the big, huge D linemen anymore, the real rough. You see them in the interior guys. But, back to my point, the running back position, that you can't be cute playing running back. You can't if you want to be a productive back, So I think Bieniemy understands that. And, just back to your point about, being coached well in your first year. Yeah, absolutely. You want to have good coaches directing you in your first year, because, that's your first exposure to be a professional, so you not only get it from your coach, you get it from your position mates as well, to kind of see how you conduct yourself as a professional, how you train, how you eat properly, how you study. And that's stuff that you learn your first couple of years. And if you don't learn that, your time in the league is probably going to be short, barring injury or not, or whatnot. But yeah.
But conversely, if you do learn it, then even if that coach leaves, and you're successful with him, your first year there, you understand. We're creatures of habit, right?
Yeah.
And when we say, okay, I did this and I was productive, well, guess what? I'm gonna continue to do this shit so I can continue to be productive. So if you're exposed to that hard coaching, and you're really only taught one way to prep for a game and to practice and to get your minds right, if this is the only way you're taught and you were productive, well, guess what? Even when that coach leaves, you're still going to do things similar, almost or kind of mimic what he taught to continue to be successful. And you can still be good with another coach because you'll have that foundation.
Yes, it could be true, but I think it's certainly important to have a good coach that does that. But I think you learn it more so from your actual position mates, from the older guys in the locker room.
Okay.
I think that's where you learn that, because it's amazing, but there's some shitty coaches in the NFL. And, if you unfortunately get one, you can't necessarily blame your progression on a shitty coach. He may just, I played for a team in my pro year, that, the guy was he was the brother-in-law of the head coach, so didn't have no business being offensive line coach in the NFL at that point. Good coach, but I mean, the
good old boy network in action, huh?
What's that?
I said the good old boy network in action.
Yeah, exactly. The good old boy network. It's in full effect and it's thriving. So that's why really good teams, they're going to have older players that aren't selfish with the knowledge. When you go to bad teams, you're going to have guys, threatened by young guys coming in, because the guys are just trying to keep their jobs. But you go to a productive, good program, For like the Patriots, for instance, there are guys that are willing to help you develop as long as you listen to them, because they understand the big picture.
You spent 1 year with them, huh? How was that? How was that from your Bills?
Yeah, it was night and day, just as far as how they conducted themselves in practice. You would see the older players, like I said, some programs, some organizations I was with, guys would, just show up to practice and leave. There was no pre-practice, there was no post-practice work. And, you see the main guys that you see on TV doing that, putting in the extra work, So you didn't see that much, when some of the other teams that I played with. But, that's why they have a freaking dynasty, and almost won another Super Bowl this year. So, it's important to have a good veteran mentor when you're a young guy.
Yeah, I bet. You know what? I can speak for that myself. When I got the Holy Cross, there was a guy there named Willie Bradford. He a guy out of New Orleans, and he was like a fifth year. So he tore his ACL the prior year, my senior year in high school. But he was still around when I got the Holy Cross. He was still around. I got a medical red shirt. But just having him around and just having him push me, and luckily I had come from hard coaching. All CCL, the Chicago Catholic League.
Yeah.
I wasn't afraid of the coaching. I had it in grammar school. I had some of the toughest coaches in grammar school, Coach Quinn and Coach Scheller, God rest their souls.
Yeah.
And so, with him pushing me, I was all for it. And I understood. Like if someone's pushing you, it's because they see greatness, they see the potential in you, and they want you to maximize it. And so whenever anyone, whenever Willie got on me, or the All-American after him, Joe Segretti, or the All-American after him, Jerome Fuller, whenever they got on me, I understood it was they wanted me to be better. They wanted me to, and it was, I'm grateful for that coaching, because man, it's I can see. I've been on some teams where older guys don't want to do shit. Don't want to help the younger guys because they're in fear. If I help you, you're gonna get better. They're gonna you're gonna leapfrog me, and then I'm out of a job.
Yeah, sure.
So that's crazy. But talk about the Bears real quick before we let you go, man. How did you like the season? The way they started, the way they finished, and where do you see this team going moving forward, starting with this 2026 season?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be on top of the NFC North again. I don't. I think JJ is going to still struggle with the Vikings. Unfortunately, I'm rooting.
Rumor has it they're trying to move on from him, bro. They're trying to move. They're going to draft a quarterback or sign a veteran and have him compete, and just kind of have him like wither away.
Yeah, exactly. So they already got egg on their face because they got rid of Sam Darnold, just won a Super Bowl. So, but yeah, no, I am very, very happy for the Bears' success this year. I really am. As a Chicagoan, I'm very happy to see the direction that they're going in. I think Chicago is a better city when the Bears are
winning.
Dude,
this shit was live this year, man. That city was jumping every Sunday.
It's such a benefit for the businesses. It's a benefit for the fans. It just boosts overall morale in the city. I think that they'll continue to trend upwards. I really do. I think, like I said, I believe that they will hold the NFC North for a few years now. With the decline of the Vikings, and because the Vikings, all they're going to bring in is Kyler Murphy or somebody. Stopgap until they find somebody else they can draft and take a gamble on. I think Caleb Williams had a better season in any year Jordan Love ever had. You know, so who knows what the heck's going to happen with Jordan Love. And then you got who else is in the damn North?
Jared Goff and the Lions.
And the Lions, yeah, screw the Lions. Nobody cares about the Lions. So, but yeah, I think the future is bright for the Bears. Now, where they're going to play, who the hell knows about that? They might end up going to U of I for another couple of years. You never know.
Hey, luckily they have at least for another 10, 15 years they can get out. They have until, you know what I mean, they're contracted. You know, they can get out early, but at least they have a place to play for a minute, because next thing you know, it's going to be Arlington Heights, or it's going to be Gary, or it's going to be a floating island in the lake. And the other dude, that's another story.
How much do they pay in a lease? Do you know what they pay yearly, or?
You know what? Let me see. We can find out.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, you're a $1 billion business. What the hell you want to keep leasing shit for? You know, it's
to lease Soldier Field. See, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's
Chicago Bears pay approximately $6 to $7 million per year in rent to play at Soldier Field. The current lease agreement, which allows them to keep most game day revenue, runs through the end of the 2033 season.
Mm-hmm.
So they got time. Not much time. They got 7 years. Just about the time a new stadium should be built, their lease runs out.
Exactly. Yeah. What was I going to say? It's disappointing that the city and the state couldn't get this figured out. It really is. And I don't know why selling Soldier Field to the Bears isn't on the table. I really don't.
I know it lost its landmark status already.
Yeah, exactly. So I really don't. You know, the city's already in a huge budget crunch. You know, tell them the cash is okay. Give us $3 billion. You can have the whole property. No problem. I really don't understand why that's not on the table, and why they had to even purchase that Arlington property. They should have just sold them the damn stadium and had an influx of $3 billion coming in. I really don't get it. It's just complete lack of business acumen by the city and the state. Really is.
I agree with you, because think about it. You're still going to get a piece, because there's going to be every ticket that's sold is going to have a City of Chicago tax on it. So you're still getting it. And if you've been selling the parking lots, guess what? You're still going to have a City of Chicago tax on each parking space. So you're not. But now it's going to be a dome. So now instead of what 8 home games, maybe 20 times, because you got the soccer seat, instead of using it 20 times and maybe 40, 30, 35 times with concerts, you can use it year round. You can pretty much double, or maybe 2.5 times the amount of events, because it's enclosed. I just don't get it. And then you still get, again, you get the revenue from the tickets, the city tax on the tickets, city tax on parking, and now that's year round. That's not every 6 months. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
It's so bad, man. It's so bad. The way they dropped the ball on that. And, Indiana came right in like, hey, we can do it. We can make it work for you, So, I mean, the Bears are a $1 billion business, They're going to do what's best for them 100% of the time. So, it really sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
How would you feel if the Bears ended up moving to Indiana?
Oh, shit, I don't give a shit. Okay, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, they play what? 8? They played 9 games there a year. I'm like, you can't make a trip out to Indiana for 9 times. I'm like, the only people that are bitching are the ones on the North Shore. Those are the only ones that are bitching about it. Yeah, the brothers on the south side of Northwest Indiana, they're loving it, you know.
Oh man, they are really loving it.
Right.
Really loving it.
Well, the only ones are pissing and moaning everybody north of north of Roosevelt, all the way up to Wisconsin.
Yep.
It's funny, dude. Shut up. You know, the Bears are gonna do what's best for them. You know, and if you can't go you can't travel an extra 20 minutes south, southeast. Oh well, sorry. If you're gonna not stop being a Bears fan because of that, you were never a fan in the first place. So, but I mean, they're doing it. They're trying to, they're trying to hold out as long as they can to get into Arlington. You know, they obviously want to stay in state of Illinois, but Indiana's making it real attractive, super attractive.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, they're like that girl, that kind of cute girl, but she's saying all them little dirty little things in your ear. You're like, and she gets a little freaky. She's like a 5 or 6, maybe a 7. And you're like,
I'll take a good 6 or 7 all day. Man, all day.
Man. So I love it. And the Bears are doing their due diligence, all right? You're and if you want to stay in Arlington, good. Then you use what Indiana's giving you as leverage, to get what you want and go from it, So, but I'd be pissed. I mean, I'd still go. I'd go under protest. Here's my
go picket signs on.
Yeah, but yeah.
Ultimately, they should just sell them the damn stadium, man. It would everybody benefits. Everybody.
Right. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
and man, I love the renderings. The renderings that they've given. Like, dude, how dope would that be if they knocked it down? All right, and they sold in the south lot, built on the south lot. All right, and if even if you had to, like they said, knock down Soldier Field, but just keep the columns up, so it's still grass for so the friends of the park we're still contractually have enough free land. Dude, I just don't get it, man. And everyone worries about the park. I don't give a damn about the parking. I want the Bears to
lakefront. Tear down the planetarium. Tear all that shit down. You move that shit to Indiana. We're gonna move the planetarium to Indiana. How about that? You gonna take your ass out. Oh man.
Hey Marcus, great stuff, man. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you online, man.
Yeah, Instagram, Sifu Sullivan at Sifu Sullivan, SIFU Sullivan. I'm not on Facebook much, but Instagram all day.
Okay. Did you get my invite? Did you get my invite?
Invite for what?
You say you're not on Facebook all day. Check your Facebook invites.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
You got 3+ months, baby.
All right. What's happening?
My birthday, the double nickel celebration.
Oh shit, double nickels.
You're there at 50. You know how crazy you got at 50.
What's that?
I said you were there at my 50th, so I know you know how crazy we got it when I turned 50.
As it should be, man. My shit. I might do my 50th at Soldiers Field. Fuck
it. Yeah, check the invites. Definitely want to see you and the missus up there, man, this summer. It's July 25th. And it falls on a Saturday.
July 25th, you said?
Yep.
All day.
Falls on a Saturday. We're gonna be on Summer of George out in the lake.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Yep. So get your finest linen, baby. It's a linen party, baby. Get a linen party.
Oh man, I'm gonna come with a linen suit.
I know you will, my boy.
That Barack Obama linen suit, baby.
Dude, great stuff, man. I appreciate it, man. We'll catch up soon. We gotta hang out soon, man. I miss you. Miss your crazy ass. We gotta go back. We were supposed to do lunch, and you flaked on us, bro. Like, yeah, I gotta get my toes done. Fuck.
I know. Let's set it up for next Friday.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Right before I leave Arizona, I'm going to Arizona the 15th.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, the 13th then? Cool.
All
Put it in
right.
the chat.
I'll text you,
All right,
bro.
man. I
No doubt.
appreciate your time, bro. We'll talk soon. Hopefully we'll see you next Friday.
Okay. Yes, sir. Take it easy.
All right, bro. Guys, that's Marques Sullivan, former NFL player. I'm fired up about the Bears season. I'm fired up with what they're going to do. I'm options at the multitude of options that they have. That's what I'm fired up about. All right. I'm fired up about the fact that this team knows they're good. I'm fired up about the fact that this team is not complacent. Those are the scary teams. Those are the scary teams. When you got teams that know they're good, but refuse to get complacent. I was very fortunate enough to play on a few teams like that. And I'm telling you, that feeling of knowing you're the best team in the league, and you gave the respect to every other team that they deserve, and we blew out so many people. Like, I really like when people are good, they know it, but they put in the work. They put in the work. They work like they're in last place, and they play like they're in first place. They play like they're champions, and they work and they bust their ass like they're contenders. That's a scary, scary program, team, organizations to work like that. Man. And they're only getting better. All right, one of the things that I wanted to do. Oh, come on. There's a trade. Wow, the Rams receive cornerback Trent McDuffie. The Chiefs received the first-round pick, number 29. The Rams' 5th-round pick, the Rams' 6th-round pick, and a 2027 3rd-round pick. God bless it. That's a lot. Damn, that's a lot. Wow. That is a lot. Listen. Before today's over. Yes, Trent McDuffie. That's what I said. Like, for real? I didn't get to say hi to my guy Rick. We were talking, man. My man Rick's in the chat. What up, fool? Says he's going to Michigan. Let's get some of that wacky tobacco. I love it. I love it. But here, one of the things that I do. Choo-choo. One of the things I have to say is happy birthday. Happy birthday to the most beautiful city in the world. Chicago celebrates its 189th birthday today, March 4th. Man, happy birthday to the city that I love, the city that raised me, the city that many of us are from, many of us in the chat are from. And I'll tell you this. If you're interested, let me know. Double nickel all linen celebration for the SuperBack, Saturday, July 25th, 2026. More details coming soon. I got the boat. It's called the Summer of George. The price is going to be like between $50 and $60 to get on there. But I'm trying to work with a cigar guy, so you get a cigar when you get on. I was talking with them, trying to get sponsors so I can get you a drink when you get on there. So it'll be $50 or $60 in between, 50, 55 or $60. But either way, I'm trying to get a cigar and a drink for you on that cruise, on the boat cruise on the Summer of George. Man, I'll have the details come. Once I get more sponsors, I'll let you know. Ticket sales will probably start it's July 25th, probably May. All right, definitely probably right around Memorial Day, because that'll give people most of July. That'll give you 8-10 weeks to get your tickets. But more details coming. I'm gonna have 3 DJs. I'm telling you, it's gonna get crunk. It's gonna get crunk. I reached out to my people from college. A lot of them are gonna try and come in. I reached out to my guys from my various football teams. I want a whole bunch of people. The double nickel celebration, man. I want it to be phenomenal. I want you guys to come out, hang out right now. Oh man, Jason said I'm in Spain right now, so I'm using my roaming data on you, Shawn. I hope you appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I definitely feel special. The most beautiful city in the world is the shot. Yes. So again, if you guys are interested, I'll let you guys know. As we start getting okay. Jason, we were both born in 71, then Shawn is my 55th in a month. No way. Okay. Yeah. 1971. Yes. That's crazy. Yes, we were old as fuck. But again, if you're interested, come on out. It's 150 people max on the boat. Okay, so it will sell out. And yeah. It will sell out. So make sure, if you're interested, let me know. I'll get you the link, the Eventbrite link, Linen Party. Like I said, I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to get as many sponsors as I can. 1 cigar, 1 drink. Your 1 cigar, your first drink is on me. All right, just to show the love and support. You know, so you pay the $50-$60, and a drink is $20. They get a little pouch. That's $20. And a cigar is a good another $15-$20. That's $40. You know what I mean? So I'm doing everything I can, trying to get that settled. So when you not only do you come and celebrate with me, but I'm also celebrating you for coming to hang out with your boy. It's going to be awesome. I'm telling you, it's going to be one for the ages. The DJs are going to be lit. We ain't gonna stop dancing till we come back to shore. On the lake for a couple hours. When we come back, that's when we stop dancing. But anyway, 2 hours is coming and gone. I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank Marques for coming on, talking football with us. All right, former offensive lineman, Chicago native. All right, Fenwick alum of the state champion Fenwick Friars. Fighting at University of Illinois, fighting Illini. And played for the Buffalo Bills, New York Giants, and New England Patriots in the NFL. Thank him for coming on, talking. And, of course, man, I always got to thank you every single day, dude. I appreciate the love and the support you guys give me. Man, this show, ShawnSierraSports, would be nothing without you guys. And I want you to know that, and I want you to know that I truly do appreciate the support, man. Jason's using his roaming minutes. He's in España. What are you there early for the Bears game or what, Jason? You hanging in Spain for the Bears game in a few months? Or you just walking around the topless beaches over there in Europe? Lee, I know. I lived in Italy. I know about the topless beaches. Blew my mind as a 21-year-old kid. Girls walking around topless on the beaches. What? Well, listen, let me get out of here. Do me a favor. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. The weather's getting warmer today. It's going to get warmer the rest of the week. All right, make plans, make memories. I told you, a lot of us have a lot more days behind us than we do in front of us. Make memories, okay? Make memories, and because the weather's getting warmer, we have a lot more patios open, rooftops open. Let's get it. All right, make friends, make time for your friends, make plans, make lunch, brunch, happy hour, dinner, doesn't matter, just do it. Reach out. Well, he didn't call me. Well, call him. If you're a girl, call her. It's your girlfriend, call her. Man, you'll be glad you did. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'll see you on Friday. All right, as always, Plank FGB. Yes, sir. And don't forget, guys, go get your Sports Zone Chicago swag, baby. All right, we still got your swag. The swag shop is still open. SportsZoneChicago.com. I'm going to put some commercials, some things up. So make sure you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. I'm going to put them on all the platforms. It'll be on my personal platform. It'll be on Sports Zone Chicago's platforms as well, those pages as well. Make sure you get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. SportsZoneChicago.com. Start getting your stuff now. Bears Victory Monday. Sports FGB hats. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hoodie. Get your Cigar Fanatic t-shirt. All right, get your Coaching Matters t-shirt. Get your Better, Good, Better, Best t-shirt. All right, let's get it. All right, Mashawn already got his. Look at it. He got the OB hoodie. Get it. Let's ride around. We getting it. We ride around. We getting it. Let's do it, baby. Let's get some of that swag. People be like, what's that? SportsZoneChicago.com. But again, I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up the warden from CrossFit. Again, thank you for tuning in this morning. I truly, truly appreciate it. Everybody, please be safe. All right, you know how crazy Chicago gets once the weather starts to break. All right, so be safe. And when I give you the link to the party, I better have a couple of you mugs on here. Come smoke a cigar and have a drink on me. All right? All right, guys. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Love and appreciate you. And your boy is out.
Come on, place the place.